Well, I just have to look. So one of my customers brought some of his buddy's gear over. This one he says is a bass amp. Well, I don't know what's in here because well, I got it mixed up. So let's just open up and find out what it is. We'll do it together. I partially open it up, and I did not cheat and look beforehand. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh boy! Another day, another Mesa. Mesa, Mesa. All right, that's cool. I found this. I found this inside of the lid, and it looks like there's an old JJ sitting in there. $15 is not a bad price for one of these days. I think this thing's got some age on it. This is actually the old Mesa Boogie 12AX7A. I think that's the Russian 2. Yeah, I like these. These are rebranded Softex or EH, which are rebranded Softex. In any case, I like Russian preamp tubes. Let's see the spacer here. Let's get you in. Spacer here looks like it could use a little love. Let me get that out, that little fastener out. I'll just go Manuel on this. And I think I have some extra rack mount bolts and insulators, so you're welcome to have it. My days of carrying a rack around are over. And it doesn't mean that my over purchasing can't benefit someone. So, all right, let's see. It's getting hung up on that little clip. Those are always dicey. All right, and yes, that's a magnetic parts tray you're hearing in the background. Let's check this out. This is the Fathom. And it's apparently a hybrid vacuum tube hyphen MOSFET amplifier. Vacuum tubes running the front end, and then obviously the MOSFETs on the rear, which is nice. I don't mind that. MOSFET implementations can be very sweet and give you some of that tube compression feel. So that's nice. I can't go too deep in this now, but tomorrow morning, well, that's a new day. Yeah, tomorrow's a new day. Let's get her out. It out. Her. All right. Is there a cable attached to the back? No. Good, I have tons of them. So, I think the issue, Silvio, I'm going to run back through the notes. I believe the issue you were saying that either it's this one where the volume is halved, the output is halved, or this one fades as it warms up. So, we'll get to the bottom of it. What have we here? Yeah, it's exactly what you thought it was. You already know the item number. You already know the part number. You already know the problem. This Fathom bass that I received, bass amp that I received the other day, that was the mystery item inside of that case. The SKB case, not the other case. Was having some issues. We had incredibly dirty effects loop jacks and potentiometers. Incredibly dirty tube socket. We had a failed JFET, the old J175. And then we had an issue in the 11th hour of stress testing where the thing went into safety mode, shut itself off for about 45 seconds and then powered itself back on. After it did that, that issue did not present itself again. And I'm hot off of another 30-minute jam session, mating my MSU signal generator, running about the 70 hertz at about 500 millivolts through the front end, with the master all the way up, quite loud. This little guy here is warm to the touch. This is a thermistor. If that guy reaches a certain temperature, once it crosses that threshold, it's going to cut power. So why did it overheat? And why isn't it overheating now? I don't like these random issues. This was a big issue with the Carbine series, or Carbine, depending on where you're from in the States. That particular base amp was plagued with random issues, safety mode issues. And this one is no different. I don't like returning amps to customers that have failed once on the bench after repair. I have done everything I can do to exceed what most would consider a stressful playing environment. No one's going to be playing a continual 20 hertz signal at the amplitude I'm injecting here for the frequency, or rather for the period of time I am. That's not going to happen on stage, but anything else could happen. I can't fathom what the issue is at this point. So the stress test shall continue. This is as good as the audio is going to get today.